More than prepared for that one.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll be looking to make this a two-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And down he'll go at the 25. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And that is incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Herbert. He'll swing this out to Mostert. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Back to the running game with Mostert. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Second down, here's Mostert again. Stops short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. Here's Herbert. Flush to his, and he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there for KC.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
On first down, Mahomes. Catch is made by Metcalf. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Come on, Roy. You ready? You ready? Don't be scared of it. Mike 28. Mike 28. Ain't no such thing.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Darren Waller has as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is down to a field goal. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Charger drive about to get going. And leading 10-7, they may just want to get this to the locker room. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Chiefs are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched the playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory.
Dang, man, I guess we're looking at the wrong side right here.
So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. A handoff to Fournette. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Flushed out right, and he'll just get rid of it.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
They go play fake. Mahomes. This is caught. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. DK Metcalf hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense. I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Here's a handoff to Mostert running left.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Second down, here's Mostert again. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
On the handoff, this is Mostert.
And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
Each team has its own terminology. Some people call it jumbo, some call it monster, some call it king. But it doesn't really matter. They brought in the big lumber to pick up that first down.
Yeah, you think about goal line defense with the goal line offense that time getting it done.
A first down run there by Mostert as he'll get this forward for a gain of about 3.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Yeah, every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A.
Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 17-14.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the 3rd quarter, but a moment ago the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they've got to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Second and 4.
Mahomes now to throw. Dumps it off to Fournette. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play there on the catch and run.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. He's got a man, complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well,
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Leonard Fournette.
His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Herbert now.
That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big gain that time for the Chargers.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of. And, in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of. Trying to engineer a fourth-quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
They hand it off to Mostert.
Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. Jamal Adams coming up from his safety spot to make the play. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, here's Herbert.
He'll get this into the hands of Mostert.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On first down, it's Herbert. Pass incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert.
And down inside the 15 he goes.
67 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Herbert operating from the red zone. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers.
Henry runs.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chargers have once again taken the lead. Important extra point up and through. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season, and that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, they either are or will be Hall of Famers. Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. Well, he is out of bounds inside the 35. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Chargers' 33-yard line.
2nd and 10. Mahomes. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So 3rd down, and a field goal from here would be right about 50 yards as they try to get closer. Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. For the touchdown, and they've taken the lead. Middle of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Herbert. Pass complete, Tunyon. And he'll have a first down, but a great tackle there keeps him from getting to the boundary. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Herbert. And he will find his man Ruggs. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Herbert to throw. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Throwing, Herbert. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Michael Dana, his 2nd sack of the night. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down.